shuffle appointments, which means say I say wait here, now you find a free
time being
ending of this year.
Now, Oben can say reshuffling, dear, say a normal wait. Abain be na dear Nema or Mampeni, John Dramani, Mama, dear, so different
because of the kind of reshuffle everybody send every movement. No, it will be very strange because some things will happen within June that will cause difference in the governance and things has to be changed. And once those things are changed, things will begin to pick up and then advance further. Now, me say the government will start something that is very amazing.
And once your microphone,
microphone. Get closer.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, as I was saying, it is going to be very much amazing in that angle. Say, as I told you earlier on, say, governance in the start here. It is a term of 4 years. Something else will continue. I don't want to go further outside the 4 years. I want to maintain what is here. But the way you need to hear, you know what is way far above. So, we did that angle, no? I hope everything is set.
We
are fine, eh? We are fine. Okay. So, from that governance angle, no, I told you, say, best start in a very, very strange manner. I think I said that a long time ago. And the situation is that a start here, the currency, the economy will begin to go downside. Because as the economy, for being they will remove their hands from it. Once their hands are going off it, in 3 months, you begin to notice. 3 months from now, that is April. You begin to notice that the country where we are heading towards is very dangerous. And as that angle begin to drift down, that's why I told you people, there's only one thing that can happen in this atmosphere with President Mahama as president. The country will end up being one of the its best shape since the time of Professor Thanos. It's going to be in its best shape. That's what is going to happen. But before that, there is going to be a dive. The dive is what is going to be the problem. And the dive is coming in April.
Dive, how is it going to be?
The dive is going to come in such a way, say, as a lot of people don't understand certain things. As for me, because I'm breaking in a very simplest form, so I may use a certain example. Imagine, say, oh sorry, anopa, oh to atare so na atare na shi. Atare na shi we na o say, oh atare na shi o kwa go twitwu si na o pep student arawe ni. O pie free bathroom na o call adwuma no so o betu car na engine so. So it will be a trend of happenings. What you say? A trend of happenings in the governance.
So obi be hwere ne nkwa ana se den dive no e ho no se nia wo kire ade anim no mu kakra break ni down ne ntiase.
Baby, a dive, the economy will dive down.
Okay, you are talking about the economy.
And the system of governance.
Okay.
It will dive. By diving, it will rise up again.
Okay.
It will dive in a way, say,
a dive may take how long?
A dive, it will take almost 8 months.
Ish.
That's not even an easy thing at all. And to be diving very deep. Now, a dive here, it will be very different. But in December, the reason why there's a lot of shuffling is because you said one thing, you were asking one question. It's because there were certain funerals. Due to that, they had to put some people somewhere and remove some people from somewhere because some places were vacant.
That's a mamba.
So that one is a different story on its own. But then we come back to the economy.
A funeral, no, so how many funerals?
2 of them.
Sitting ministers and I say
CEO minister. But in that timeline, those things can be adjusted in time. That one we can bend the time for it. Yes. But then the shuffle will come because of one of them. I can't get a hold of it in the dimensions. But there's one important one we can bend and create something else by the grace of God. But mainly there will be shuffling as a result of that. Once I fix in, shuffle will kick it. Yes. And then as we go forward with regards to the economy, economy no goes downside. But one thing I always say is be patient. Be patient.
Okay.
Because once the economy goes downside, we need to be patient. Once you have the patience, within the 2 years interval, there will be an elevation. Once the elevation starts, me who say you are starting developments. And I'm not talking about Greater Accra development, I'm talking about nationwide development.
Okay.
Infrastructure, hospitals, different kinds of setup. 3rd year in office. All those things will begin to happen. And it will begin to happen very fast. And it looks so impossible. They'll begin to build things that are so mega beyond your wildest imagination. And it was so amazing. I'm looking at it in time and it is happening. And it was so unique. But one important thing in time that I saw 2 branches in that specific angle. It's 2 branches. The president will sit down in the office. He will have 2 opportunities in hand. He will choose the other one, the opposing figure. Once he chooses the opposing figure, the trend of the 2-year timeline for us to exceed into success will break. Once that timeline is broken, in 2028, it will be a different story altogether. That does not mean MPP will win the election. That's a different story altogether.
So, if you had your bar, Mount Casasa now. What's it? President, there will be 2 major decisions I also take.
Yes.
One, the
first major decision is about the economy. It's 2 things they placed before.
Okay.
He has to choose within these 2 things. He has to choose whether to present the money into the agric industry, into the farming protocols, and secure that one. Or he has to present the money into gold. The president will present the money for gold in the first branch of time I am seeing. And once the money hits into that and its investment in the foundation, it will look beautiful in the beginning. The next thing you will see in news is $246 billion.
Ashe
into oblivion.
And what will happen after that?
Sorry. 243. Sorry.
243.
243. I want to be specific on the number. $243
billion.
Remember that number. 243. Yes. Not 6. 243. Specific.
When so the figure account says no country Bawumia say we get 37. Me share chat in the mystery $243 billion.
Yes.
A million, not billion.
Our billion.
And how are we going to welcome this news as a country in timeline?
Exactly. That is what I was saying. It will create a lot of problems for the next step of election 2024. It will be very different. 2028, sorry. It will create a different story altogether for us. The whole angle and the whole thing, because the thing cannot be explained because it was through one man. The temper, the person is sitting down trying to make the government better. Somebody is playing a different game altogether behind. And that's the first problem. Now, what I will say, to save us from this branch of time, we have to put the money on the agric.
Okay.
On the agriculture.
I
don't know the agriculture minister. So if somebody says that to me, or besides say, maybe on the Greek ministers or Pescama, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I'm telling him he doesn't know me. I don't know him. We don't know each other.
Honorable Eric Opoku.
I don't know because of this prophecy. Christ shouldn't, if he wants to know me, shouldn't try to know me.
Okay.
Yeah, he should stay away from me. Absolutely.
I see. Okay, say close to, if I said 2027, I call 2028, you know.
Yes.
I hear on my penny 3rd year, no. Construction near the development because so send it a normal with governmental. or seeking for re-election. At the end, Nebema way, some development way, are unique and so different from other ones now you are witnessing.
Because it will be very different. It will be very, very, very different. Roads, bridges, very different. International standard. Not normal, ordinary things. They are very different. Once you see it coming, you know this one is not the ordinary NDC, MPP kind of development. This is different stuff. Very unique, very special, very different. And it affected the whole country from the top to the down. And then in these 4 years, the Doomsaw problem, they will change it. And they will solve a situation. I saw that they were fixing new meters because there's something that will go on in the ECG, electronic company. One will fall, one will rise. Then it will divide into two. Electricity company right, electricity company left. Two electricity companies.
Oh, how?
Running the country.
In teachers, say no put your man can say on be privatize it. No. And
I don't watch, I don't follow those news. Once I'm sitting there, anything I don't know.
ECG mienu.
Yes.
Nakuja.
Some news. And I give you the link.
Yeah, okay, August.
Yes.
I think
And
the
I was
4th of August or so.
And I told you, say, it will be stated clearly that for about 1 year and more, there was never light out. Doomsaw was never a possibility. Not Doomsaw. If it was a virus, it has been killed entirely. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the future is very clear. Something is going to happen so that in 2032, there will be new things. Because as you always ask me, on mining,
yes, I keep asking, but
yeah. On mining, yes, that's what is going to happen. It's going to change. And there are branches in time that has to be fully adjusted. And that is what will happen. Now, once the gold is taken, there is not much we can do to bend time. It is established.
Enti onfesi kano ensha Greek mu na onjai gold in sem no.
No, yes, you should leave the gold aside and focus there because there will be big disappearance of money. Once it disappears, they have to account for it. Once they will account for it, they will fracture the whole timeline. If they fracture the whole timeline, the anomaly will happen. If an anomaly happens is in time, this is what happens if an anomaly happens. You will have someone else being president who is not supposed to be president. And then the time is fractured.
When the Babe president ends say or no president. So
it's not MPP government still. That's not
within NDC.
Yes.
2028.
Yes.
I see. It is a gold no asem scandal no ever say gold scandal ni sia.
Yes.
Ebema kwaya mani pafufuro.
Yes.
And can say ono na be president.
Then it comes to take over.
Next say 2028 no. Omampeni Mahama besa akobium.
Me see that's the future I want you to live for now. I don't want to talk about that because now Kuja was talking about it, asked me the same question and I left it. I don't want to continue that one, but then I want one branch of time. The key now there are two prophecies to unlock in March. Then I can break that one for you.
Say all kobium and not so kobium.
Yes, because I have to stand on one evidence to show you something. Yes.
So what are you expecting in March?
It is something very unique and special. Once I come, I don't have a chance to let it out, but once I come and sit here, I'll tell you, March is coming.
Yo, Abusiafo, we are still live on Accra 100.5 FM. We are on Facebook and Kwakusampa TV, so I subscribe kakra. More PENDREAM TV nyina Monko subscribe to Kwakusampa TV na PENDREAM TV no. Why ma? Why ma? It just say Moko sela na mo subscribe into mesra mo PENDREAM for mo search for Kwaku Sampa TV na fe mo subscribe na agro ne nyede eza na buja nkwana enjoy that is Kwaku ne KWEKU not the Sampa aswaso na ade na afa nti mo nko subscribe na bibia amfa level na na di no nti some of my me say bi
Okay.
Say, let's say, go scandal never ebe two or man penny your mama here so.
Yes. We'll put him under tough pressure.
Like oh ebe two na fi akonya so.
Absolutely.
But go scandal na man obetina so.
Yes.
Now this my unlucky.
Oh, lucky
my unlucky prophecy.
March
My unlucky prophecy. Now, only PENDREAM for twitching komo Emma Okan say MPP were to rule for 16 years.
Yes.
And at a point in time, no, BBC, and then 16 years, no, I reverse it to NDC for. And then they see it.
Oh. So in looking through time, I realized one crucial thing that was on. In 2020 election,
okay,
I told you vividly, say, in 2020 election, MPP will win the election.
Okay.
No, I think I told Nakuja. And the man, the young student.
And yes, not the soon a few office or coffee.
So I told him that MPP will win the election. But I said the reason after they win the election, how the election is won, because of that, they have a 16-year contract. They have breached the contract. Because they were supposed to win the election in a certain way. It was not won in that way. So the thing was breached. And once the thing was breached, it will turn into something else. The rulership will not be a normal governance, but it will turn into almost something like a force of movement. Then in that angle, once I put it down, that is when God woke me up from the lowly sleep. And I said, no, this is the time. He said, Mahama has to become president. And he said, once Mahama becomes president, that which belongs to the MPP party has been taken and given to the NDC party. So I saw the General Mosquito, the Asiodun Kitia. It was the one that was representing at that time. It went straight forward and the documents was given unto him. And it was written on his 16 years. So right now, as you're seated here, from 2021, 2022, that's when I think 2021 ending, and I gave that prophecy. Okay. And I confirmed it again in March 2022. Okay. And that is that angle. It was handed over to him. And I think we spoke about it in 2020. Yes. We spoke about that in 2020. Okay. During the time that they were in court. Yes. So when that thing was handed over to him, it was returned, and then the 16 years was set. As I speak to you right now, the ultimate branch in time, which is called the golden line, is specifically continuous, which means the 16 years has not been breached still for the NDC.
If you have no man start almost 16 years now, or when you're less than 1 month.
So 1 month, so I'm 29 days in free 16 years. No? So we have a long way to go. So take the far.
At the end, MPP 4 years. Emma, 16 years, no. If from Munsa could be NDC.
That one, and I'm body to far cover. So it's a very, very deep ultimate situation. I wouldn't go deeper inside it, but the surface is how the election was won. And after the election was won, the details inside it.
It means that elections no omufa kululu kwanso na enwe and
I don't know. That one, I don't know the nipa kasa, but in the dimensions of time, that which I saw was very different.
Moje bi hwe egu for man.
I don't know. One day I'll break it down for you. Don't worry. I don't have clear utterance on that.
I see.
Absolutely.
Say young MPP mu kakra na ni yen hwe say no ebi man start e push for Kenya Japan ebi mo so say Bawumia say no ebe kose because who can say MPP fwe say omo hwe yi a emu beche
Right.
Me kai say o kai enti say na kono sa na ebeye ana say dey who is to be the next flag bearer
Of the MPP.
of the MPP?
All right. The flag bearer will be maintained.
Bawumia.
Yes. Will maintain. But then at one point in time, it will be changed.
So for nyambo today.
He will lose the first election, he will lose the second election. Then, on top of a mountain, under a tree, will thou eat the fruit. It is established.
2028 Bawumia and MPP for the neko. No elusu. And yes, sir.
Yes.
Na olusu ye no. 2032 no mo mfa ne nkobium ana obesen lusu 2032.
Watch the words carefully.
Exactly.
Before I break
Mean the code there.
Exactly. Behold, on a mountain,
Okay.
under a tree,
Okay.
thou would eat the fruit, the lowly fruit. So, that would be
And Bawumia be ko independent na wa ko weni ana so fuchire because say who di fruit nso de na tell say who didi aduane ede.
yes, very nice fruit. But the thing with utterance of the prophetic timeline is that it has its own holds.
Okay.
So once they don't give me the utterance, I can't break it down to you. But when the utterance comes, once they know the date, time, bang, 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 that's how it is. And only a pastor that you manage it. When the utterance comes to, I'll give it to you more garnished and more open. Because when God gives the utterance, I take it from there.
Wow.
Absolutely.
What will happen to Honorable Kennedy Japan?
Honorable Kennedy.
What checking the timeline? No?
I'm watching the ultimate timeline. So if he's going to play a part of it, I'll let you know.
Not to say he won't be part of 2028 elections.
He will be part of it. They will raise his hands in front of the public. They will clap for him, every other thing like that. But that is not for 2028.
Yeah, Ben.
In the 2032.
Until 2028, you know. Obedi atum na Bawumia ko. Ana say ntɔkwasɛm na ebesi.
In 2028, for the foundation of that election, now I'm going for all the other primaries, Bawumia will still emerge victorious. There won't be any shaking fight, nothing. There won't be much of anything. The only thing that will come out in the foundation is that the battle. I'm not supposed to say that.
Say it.
It's limited.
Say Nyankopɔn kra ne angels no understand say what is the capital of all radio stations, you know. And there was a breaking news no face. And the battle no bad day.
All utterance, no. The scribe of God. Once the scribe is closed in that chapter, it means don't say it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll keep that one. Let's go to the next one.
Still on Bawumia 2028, no. Would there be a division in NPP? And I said they will be united ahead of the election.
The election 2028.
Yes.
Oh, there will be people are gone. They are gone far. People are gone trying to mind their own business long time ago. Yes.
You move better.
Oh, long time.
Are you here for?
2 years from now. Reshuffle. The next kind of MPP you'll be seeing in 2028 will be different faces. Different people.
With Bawumia?
Different people, yes.
As I'm not can say and I be
because I'm watching time. I am seeing the people that are there doing campaign. I'm seeing Bawumia's campaign. I'm seeing the clothes he's wearing, the dates of the campaign that he's doing, where he's going to, where he's coming from, how the primaries will be won, every single thing, whatever he's doing, going up and down. This time there's not a lot of dancing, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of amazing things, there is university and other things like that. But even at the end of the day, the election was still lost. But notwithstanding, the faces I was seeing was not the normal faces, even the running mate.
Obe dropping Napo.
Then they are all canon.
Eti Napo. Eti Bawumia is coming back 2028. Obe contested, but with different running mates.
They will give him a woman to come with. But then there is one branch of time within that angle that is very specific. As for the Napo side, it's already been transcended. They are filtering it off already.
Okay.
They're already filtering it off already. But then there will be someone that will be presenting herself for that angle. And that is what the branch of time is. That is why the election will be lost. So if they also want to clue, that is how it is. But then still, the election will be lost. All the two branches I am looking at is all lost.
And the maintain Napo can they win?
It's one woman in Napo. All the two branches I saw the outcome. And the 10 of the outcome happened 3 years from now. 3 years from now, it happens specifically in the month of May. 15.
Wow. I see.
I have to write down.
I see. Not just as any old say, last me be so, and I want to repeat, say, I say, MPP party, no, send you okay, pay your prophecy now, oh man, as I said, a Diego, our Yanishia, a ye, a dear, ne see ya, physically and spiritually. I'm MPP party, and say, no, I say, Omotaria, now why? What have they done?
That point in the prophetic timeline, it's a big secret that I don't want to reveal it entirely.
But Omoye Bibi.
Yes. Covenant breached, 16-year contract. You took it, you breach it, you have to pay the consequences.
Way. Covenant. Way.
Secret. It is a stuff.
Omampeni dada Nanado Danko Akuffo ni involvement our future line in the party, no, how will it be?
His involvement in the party for the coming election, and I say for the whole. Rather, it's NDC that's in power.
Yes, MPP. I'm a Yukuno. The involvement ahead of 2028 election, how will it be?
Ahead of the 2028 election. One thing I want to tell you is that I look through time.
Okay.
It's two things, but I'll say only one thing.
Okay.
That is very easy. It's either what I'm looking at, and when I'm looking through time, I'm looking at real time. What I mean by that is I'm seeing what is going on the TV, on the media. That's why I can tell you the news outlet and the numbers, whatever, whoever is saying what in time.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing is that I am not seeing any involvement at all. Either you abandon the party or any involvement. So physically, like the front line. That's how you see former President Akuffo like say this, say that. Oh, bring this person instead.
Next, I say
you won't see him in the front.
Yeah, intending can be.
No, you won't see him in the front. Like the how they call it, like the smoke.
And one on they say so. Yeah, intending count national issues. Be man. Okay. Wow.
He will rest.
Nadia 87. 87 pana. Common. I had the pa. I had it. 80. Omampeni dada Akuffo.
Right.
Yeah, intending in mainstream politics.
Not at all.
even in his party.
Not at all. So it was so quiet to an extent. So I began to wonder, what happened? Did he abandon the party, or what happened? Did he retire to stay outside the country, or was the situation quiet? That was the situation. That's how this place is quiet.
2032 na Bawumia Oti he no so na all the fruit no
2033.
2033 with MPP party members ni dia na, and I said he was sitting there alone. I see.
They were sitting alone.
So from common doors, but it's unfortunate say a time now.
Right.
Ghana home commodity a kakra ain't me ni na. They didn't area na. It's an idea near What are we going to say?
Yes. Senior Bawumia,
yes.
And I said, if you do everything, what are we going to do again?
Exactly.
It's a very good motivation to me that everything you do in life, do it small. If you give them all the thing, they will not come for the rest. People cannot be trusted.
I see.
With everything.
Now, they say no. What start here? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, start here. Sorry.
Okay.
Entirely.
Okay.
Sorry now.
Meeting days no.
Friday all nights. Every Friday is an all night, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then Sunday evening services are 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 8:30. So 8:30 p.m. for
Sunday
evening. Yes.
Okay. Yes. I see. Location no info.
OEB Prayer Camp Junction. Now you can Google Prophetic Life Embassy or Google Map, and then you bring it in. So once you Google Prophetic Life Embassy, straightforward you come.
Yes, I any smartphone see my direction no say be a foot trot running at the end.
Yes, that one will break it down.
Yeah, no, they said that. Yeah, 34.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
So, on your car called Medina, and a dental station like a dental or Medina.
Okay.
You take car that is going to Dodoa. Go for Dodoa, go back from Siwo, OEB Prayer Camp Junction. OEB Prayer Camp Junction. Or bet me afa OEB car the station or Odu station and I catch them say call Prayer Camp Junction. The street name is Numo Anti Street.
Okay.
Numo Anti Street. You can also follow me on Facebook as well so that you can get all the information. All updates are on Facebook and on TikTok. Prophecies Telvin, Facebook Telvin Sowah J. And at that side of more updates and how to handle that one.
Okay. And number so you be free in case a person know you can come.
Absolutely. The number to call for the ministry. Yeah, earlier on, initially, people were struggling to reach us when they called us because now workload was so.
And then, mommy, 2 numbers because a man for complaining, I say a number back on more from mobile. It's 2 numbers.
Yes.
Nah,
because it's amazing. To remember 2 numbers. Go one. I can be sitting down there like in 3 hours. So we're now about 400 missed calls.
Wow.
And it's not like Nipa different people sorting it out. Over 400 different people calling within a space of 3 hours. And I realized that the load was too much.
Exactly.
And when I realized the load was too much, I realized they say young people to work constantly. So we've set that thing in order. So now
okay,
you won't see dead end. Yeah.
Okay.
So the numbers are 026 22 36 360. 026 22 36360. And then the other one is an MTN number which is 0256 290 320. 0256 290 320. So that is the 2 ministry phone numbers. These are the only numbers we have. And also I want to say something. People are going about with my name and with my pictures, creating accounts in my name, both on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere.
No.
Everyone on Jessica. Because I'm going to be a feel for then to Jessica be my orphanage.
Original account no describe my there be and also to me
yeah, or even my Facebook account is verified now. Okay. So on my year they've created the same account. Telvin, so I did the picture I've told my TikTok account. There's someone here with my TikTok or one also TikTok or 61,000 followers on TikTok. Or you see me dim me picture maybe that, but that's not me. So you have to check the account well, check the likes and the comments and everything, make sure it's authentic before you communicate with it. The next idea, you'll be talking with somebody who will tell you bring some money, blah blah. Because one more German for Sika. And people started sending me screenshots and everything. I was like, hey, any partner started business for me coins and as Sikana
I see. Okay. 80 Sangri there. Papa ye dance pa. And common the Addo. Right. You say no. Your best say every month no. You do baby fee ha. No my state of the nation address. Absolutely. When it comes to spirituality and I say the spiritual realm or mind that in the month net say I'm penino cry state of the nation akuja. Yes. And I answer they will do for bars one my state of the nation address na e dey. Absolutely. Na ye boni bia. Enunti we dey bosumi bia mu no. Ghana should watch out. Ope say what take the ekoso sunsun mu a. Ai eyeti ha na eni osofu penny Telvin na dey so wa entwetwe nkomo na on said the ekoso. Nembum ni nyina ne say 2033 somebody will be sitting alone.
Absolutely. And at Friday, all night.
Okay.
That's 21 days fasting. Okay. Friday is 31st.
When the baby?
Yeah, the 21 days need baby. So that you can come as an anointing and then communion service is prophetic.
Ever started time
9 p.m. people start. But one band time only been because the place it's a new building that we built, a new church building. You can house quite a lot of people, but the people come a lot, so they come early as well. One band temple, now
if you are stranded, frustrated, now
if you are trying to see me on the platform, now it's difficult. Until brand them. So that you're very late, no better now.
Some number should be your mind. Number
it is 02622363660, and then the MTN is 0256 That's the MTN.
You. Interview one she, my morning on Facebook or motion. Overshare the papa moya enhance sound no. Oh, Kwekusampa TV.
Absolutely.
Kwekusampa. Open so hand the name of Fepa. Kwekusampa TV. Oh, like it. Nafi was subscribing to the channel. And Nafi PENDREAM for. PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV. Me say PENDREAM for. Mon konko subscribe me the kakra. Anyway. Anyway, only Addo ye. Mon subscribe kakra. Why? It's a PENDREAM for SMA. Mon Kwekusampa TV. Na sofo adeso wa ni videos bebre wo ho. Ni other videos. Just obetumi ahwe na nso Nyankopon esane abehwe. Sofo ye na ase papa. Ye na ase papa. Yo, abusiafo ye da mu nyina ase ye ne osofo penny owo prophetic life embassy. Sofo Telvin Sowah and a etchen combo. Yea, what say, ye be number cocosonia dia. God bless you so much.